Okay, I'm back, and this time I actually have to do a freaking episode review. I don't even know what the name of. I don't know what the title of it. It might be the 11th episode. 11th season, 12th season of Supernatural. I'm a Supernatural fan. I'm not truly gun ho where I'm like, gotta memorize it, gotta memorize it, gotta memorize it. All I know is that what the name of the episode is called Scoobynatural. So, for people who can figure this out, this is a crossover between Supernatural and Scooby Doo. Some interesting facts. Number one, they're still using the What's New Scooby Doo layout. And for people who don't know or basically are like, Scooby Doo has been so long, man. Scooby Doo actually had two more adaptations, and they both got canceled. Special thanks to Cartoon Network. Thanks, Cartoon Network. You suck. Even though I think What's New, Cool Scooby Doo is the previous one. That one is still technically going because I saw season two, film season two. Special thanks to this one guy who's trying to do stop motion. Yeah, and as for Monsters Inc., sorry, Mysteries Inc., that's the one before that. That one was pretty damn cool, and they canceled it. And then I still believe Seth MacFarlane had a hand in Be Cool Scooby Doo. I personally think so. Either that or the person who's doing it and drawing it and does the comedy and everything. They love Seth MacFarlane because it looks so much like his freaking artwork, and his comedy is not it's not even funny. So anyways, yeah, they're using What's New Scooby Doo. That one actually adaptation that happened in 2000, 2001, and it was on CW, which was previously WB, and it was on Kids WB. So either way, it makes sense. And one thing that you do need to note, number two, which they did in this another video that I already made a video about it, they actually then cross and decide to do old episodes from Scooby Doo, Where Are You? Adapt them to the times of What's New Scooby Doo. It's truly crazy. It really is completely crazy. It's like, whoa, wow. Oh yeah, and side note, they also had Shaggy and Scooby Get a Clue. That was in between Mysteries Inc. and What's New Scooby Doo. Like, yeah, that was the in between one, and that artwork was okay. I love that show. Too bad they don't actually have a full release of that. Man, you guys suck. But anyways, so what happens for those who just didn't want to watch the episode or anything is that in the reality, there's a guy who's a bastard, and he actually had a kid's soul as enslaved, and he basically used the kid to actually intimidate people to give up their property so he can actually sell it for double the profit or something. That's what he was doing, and Sam and Dean found it out and took out the freaking big stuffed dinosaur, aka Barney, ripoff, and well, they said we should investigate further, and well, they were going to investigate further, but the crazy part is that somehow this same dude was able to freaking Jimmy open a new TV, put freaking possessed item inside of it, and close it. And I'm like, okay, I have to claim bullcrap on that. I'm sorry, but I have to claim some bullcrap on that. I would love Dean to still keep the TV. I wish it was just under the mount. The mount, yeah, just the freaking setup thingy that you put the freaking TV on and screw it in. The bottom thing, that's where I wish you would have put the freaking item. I'm just gonna say item so I don't spoil it for anyone. So they got absorbed in the freaking TV, and plus Scooby Doo was on. And well, you play out this episode that was from Where Scooby Doo, Where Are You? Which is pretty weird. It's like, yeah, it's pretty weird. So they play out this old TV show and adapted it into newer times. So technically, when it comes straight down to it, yeah, the animators from Hanna-Barbera, I think that's who it is. They actually had to redo the whole entire TV show, this TV episode. Of course, they definitely had to redo it. I'm just saying, they definitely had to redo it because they had no footage whatsoever of this episode in the newer format. So they were able to go to Scooby and the gang And while Dean is a fan of him, and turns out more added lore that when it comes to the dad being out for whatever, he watched Scooby Doo, and technically Sam did too secretly. So, man, Dean is crushing hard on Daphne. I mean, yeah, Daphne, and just having a ball. And he actually, yeah, this episode is based on that one episode from the old days where Scooby inherits something. Yeah, it's like, yeah, he inherits something from a guy he saved once, and you have to go to this haunted mansion, in quotations, haunted mansion or mansion, and spend the night there, and go get $1 million split evenly. But of course, if the person continues running, many people who his relatives run, the last sole survivor, I guess in quotations, if you want to say sole survivor, will get all the $1 million, or whoever's left gets to have the $1 million who stayed the night. So Dean and Sam actually go with them, and well, kind of funny where he's like, "You're cheating, you cheating." It's like, well, this is your TV show, Supernatural, but you're in their TV show as well. So technically, I think they trump you, meaning that technically it is kind of cheating. It's like, I'm gonna have to say, yeah, Dean, and technically it's cheating. Kind of like when a casino house wins. So technically, they go there, and eventually, sadly, the dumb kid, yeah, instead of the kid being like, help me, he decides to do some bullcrap. He actually killed a person and killed another person. So he killed two people, and he was like, we need to keep Scooby and the gang innocent. He wants to keep them innocent, keep them under wraps, and be like, well, there's a ghost, we need to keep it silent. And Ghost did all this crap, and eventually Cass shows up. Cass gets involved into it too. And well, we just had some good Scooby Doo hijinks mixed with some messed up, oh god. And eventually, when they came to the point of where they actually had to tell the Scooby Gang that monsters are real, well, technically, turns out Velma, holy frick, and let me just tell you, Velma in this new version, it's like, yeah, dibs on Velma. Yeah, so Velma and Sam actually both paired up, and he decided to spill the beans saying, oh, werewolves, vampires, monsters, demons, they're all real. And Velma continues to brush him off, being like, yeah, that's not true. There's no evidence. You're right. And freaking Ghost, I mean, freaking damn, the Ghost. So they eventually had to come clean to the Scooby and the gang. And they were like, oh my gosh. And they were having a massive breakdown. It's like unbelievable. But technically, if we're going to mix in the old with the new, technically, Scooby and Shaggy shouldn't be freaking the hell out. Technically, if we're gonna mix in the old thing, like there's so many freaking plot holes where it's like, dude, really? Like number one, Scooby and Shaggy when they were alone, and Shaggy got a girlfriend. Where the hell is she? Again, where the hell is she? So they went to Ghoul School, so they know about ghosts. They went to this monster summer camp, so they know mummies are real, they know werewolves are real, they know vampires are real, they know the freaking Loch Ness monster is real, they know that the freaking creature from Black Lagoon is real. So it's like, dude, Scooby and Shaggy should be chilled to freak out. As for the others, technically there's this freaking movie called um Zombie Island, and also another one which was Aliens 2, but technically the Aliens one was, I think only, again, Scooby and Shaggy knew that they were aliens. Just like, yeah, only Scooby and Shaggy again. But Zombie Island, they saw zombies, they saw monster cats. So I'm pretty sure, oh yeah, and in this version, technically in this version, What's New Scooby Doo, they also had the Hex Girls, and you already saw that freaking witchcraft was real. So I'm just saying, man, I'm just saying, this technically shouldn't be a freaking breakdown unless they actually going to bring Scooby Doo, where are you into this? And even so, it's like, but you guys completely screwed, okay? I mean, I get it, breakdown is makes sense, but on the other hand, it's like, but there's so many movies that they did where it's like, dude, technically there shouldn't be a breakdown. It should be more like, oh God, we're into this again. Oh God, I thought this was over. It's like, oh God, it's like, yeah, this is a perfect time when they should have actually get references. Instead, they decided to make a breakdown. And I do have to admit, one added bonus to this is the fact of Dean was like, I want to keep their innocence. Dean, DC already ruined their innocence. They have a comic book series that I'm not sure still runs right now. But yeah, that comic book series kind of ruined their innocence. Just saying. So it's kind of crazy that they want to armor up, and this is the first time. I would admit this is the first time ever where they want to armor up, where they're like, "Yeah, I would like to have the gun. Yeah, I'm gonna take the knife. Yeah, I'm gonna take the knuckles. Oh yeah, of course you guys should figure out that Dean's car somehow made it into the series as well. I don't know. I'm just saying that somehow made it in. So basically, they had to go and trap the ghost, and well, of course, somehow Fred, instead of being like, "Hey, I found cannonballs," instead, it's like he found some iron stuff, and he's able to actually get the monster. But no cannonballs. I'm pretty sure that that freaking house should have cannonballs. Instead, he found coconut, and I'm like, pretty sure you should have cannonballs. Pretty sure. So basically, they were able to trap basically, my gosh, trap the freaking ghost downstairs. Luckily, the Scooby gang doesn't know. They're freaking out upstairs, actually, even though technically it shouldn't. I'm just, well, as for ghosts, they kind of should. Like, ghosts is the first time ever that they encountered that. Technically, it is. Somewhat. I mean, technically for Scooby and Shaggy, even though they'll still be scared as frick, they kind of might have went against a ghost already. Because, I mean, I remember Banshee. I remember Banshee from the freaking monster summer camp. So technically, when it comes to that, it's like, yeah, they should be scared as frick, but they should be kind of a little bit level headed than the others, technically. So they went downstairs, they found out there was a boy, and then the boy spilled the beans, the fact of, oh yeah, I was enslaved by this one guy. He has a pocket knife. My spirit was in a pocket knife. I just want to see my dad again. And he's like, okay, well, what we need to do is very simple. We need to reverse all this bullshit. Make sure that we fix the freaking episode. And they conclude the episode. Then they go back in real life, finish what they need to do. They broke the TV because somehow the guy put the freaking pocket knife inside the TV somehow. Okay, what the frick? Yeah, so they took the pocket knife, burned it, then went to the guy, and they decided to do the same thing that they did in that usually happens in Scooby Doo, where they call the cops on him. And that's what happened. The cops, and here's how he found out how to get the cops on him. He didn't pay taxes. That's like, yeah, there we go. He didn't pay taxes. So he gets arrested, and he actually says, I could have got away with it too. It wasn't for those dang kids. It's like, oh. And then they decided to do something cringeworthy, which is made Dean say Scooby Dooey Doo, and yeah. And that's how it ends. So this episode, personally, I thought it was very cool. It was very fun. Considering the fact of, dude, so I just mentioned the fact of they know monsters are real. Of course, Scooby and Shaggy, even though they're scared as frick, and I didn't even mention the fact of what about that time where Shaggy had to do a race and he was a freaking damn werewolf, and also he knows Dracula's real, and it's, no, that's even more weirder. The fact of, wait, didn't Dracula, when Dracula met Shaggy, when it came to him having a daughter, technically shouldn't he have been pissed off by Shaggy because he did beat him in a race, and technically they should have a vendetta, but friggin' man. Continuity doesn't matter when it comes to this. And I guess that's the real messed up point is, yeah, continuity doesn't really matter. But technically it does because they're mixing what's new Scooby Doo with Scooby Doo Where Are You? And as soon as you mix those two together, technically they shouldn't be mixing together. Hey, I mean, they're doing a lot of crazy crap over there at Hanna-Barbera these days. So I'm just not going to say anything but just say, this episode, watch or don't watch if you're a Scooby Doo fan. I think you should, but only if you're, of course, 14 years old and up. If you're 14 and down, get a parent, I guess. But yeah, it's for everyone else who's a Scooby Doo fan, or if you're a Supernatural fan, I think you kind of be okay with it, but yeah. And of course, good side note, Jared Padalecki, he actually did have some training when it comes to voice acting. Because if you didn't know, he was actually the first person to ever voice Jason Todd in the movie Under the Red Hood. So that's pretty cool. Like, yeah, he gets to do it once more. Pretty cool. Anyways, yeah, thank you for watching, folks, and I guess I'll keep you posted on some crazy, funny stuff. I'm not sure.